everyone, I am Ananya SM, MSc Clinical Psychology student from Katil Ashokpai Memorial Institute, Shimoga. I heartily welcome you all to this new experience of learning to learn a unique mapping program.
Today, we are going to understand the structure of paragraph and how to understand paragraph systematically with examples. Friends, in this slide, you can see some 12 to 13 random words written like red, walk, pink, sky, dress, dog, phone, purse, pencil, girl, baby, water bottle, and garden. If I ask you to remember these words, you might find it difficult to remember in one go and for a long period of time. But in case if we arrange these words in a meaningful sentence, then probably you can recall it easily. So let's see how these words can be remembered better in a meaningful sentence. Okay, let's go. A girl with red dress has a purse in which she has a phone, pin, pencil, water bottle and is walking under a sky in a beautiful garden where she saw a dog and a baby. So friends, is it easy to remember now? Here I have used these words and made up my own sentence. You too can come up with your own sentence to remember the words. So this is the idea behind this session, that is understanding paragraphs systematically so that we can understand things in better way and remember it for a long time. So friends, let's start with understanding what is paragraph. A paragraph is a group of related sentences which develop or discuss a topic or main idea. Structurally, a paragraph consists of three parts, including a topic sentence, supporting sentence, and developing sentence. So, what is topic sentence? The topic sentence provides the main idea or subject of paragraph and further identifies a controlling idea restricting the topic area of discussion. So, here you should remember two main things. Topic sentence is basically gives you an idea about main idea or subject of the paragraph, and one more thing is it restricts the area of discussion. So here I have written an example. Mahatma Gandhi ji is father of our nation. So if this is the topic sentence of a paragraph, you should focus on Mahatma Gandhi ji and why he is considered as a father of nation. In future sentences in this paragraph, you can't write about his native place, his father's name and his mother's name or his personal details. In the future sentences, you can only write his contribution to the nation and why he has been called as father of nation. And here the word father, what does this imply? You should justify these things in the future sentences. So let's see types of topic sentence. Here you can see 4 types of topic sentences. So usually topic sentences will be written in the very first line of the paragraph, but it is not mandatory. Okay, so in the first we can see inverted triangle. The topic sentences will be in the first sentence of the paragraph, and in the second diagram, that is a triangle, where the topic sentence will be at the end of the paragraph. Initially there will be some sentences and at the end of the paragraph you can see a topic sentence. And in the third diagram you can see 2 triangles. So the topic sentence will be in the first line as well as in the last line. Then in the fourth diagram you can see that topic sentence will be in the middle of the paragraph. Okay, I hope everyone has understood this. So, topic sentence contains three things, that is keyword, key phrase, and controlling idea. Keyword, a word of great significance, and it will be repeated many times in the following sentences. Key phrase, a phrase of great significance in the paragraph. Controlling idea restricts the topic area of discussion. So, as we said before, a paragraph contains three things. Now we have finished studying about topic sentence. Now we'll move on to supporting sentence. Supporting sentences, as a word support indicates, support the topic by providing points which develop the idea with an explanation, illustration, reason, etc. Next is developing sentence. Developing sentences further develop the points in the supporting sentences by providing more information or an example, a reason, a clarification, etc. So, a paragraph can have a variety of different structures. Other good paragraph structures include: there will be one topic sentence and there can be two supporting sentences, and there can be one developing sentences for each of the supporting sentences. Then in the second one, you can see that there is one topic sentence and there can be three supporting sentences and three developing sentences to each of those supporting sentences. Then you can see the third structure, that is one topic sentence and two supporting sentences, and for each of these two supporting sentences there will be two developing sentences each. Then in the third, you can see that there is one supporting sentence, two developing sentences. So it can be in any form, but ideally these are the structure of paragraphs. But there can be any number of developing sentences, any number of supporting sentences, any number of topic sentences in a paragraph. When it comes to a book or a big article, there can be a number of topic sentences, number of supporting sentences, and number of developing sentences. So next we are going to study about transition signals. So, transition signals connect one idea to the next, guiding the reader through the paragraph. To indicate an opposite idea is being presented in your paragraph, the transition signal, however, is used. For example, if another idea is being presented, furthermore can be used to introduce it. Friends, now let us consider this paragraph and try to understand whatever we have learnt until now, that is a paragraph and its structures like topic sentence, supporting sentence, developing sentence, and usage of transitional signals. Try to find out all these aspects in this particular paragraph. First, let me read this paragraph for you. Environmental pollution is having a devastating effect on mankind. Firstly, water pollution reduces valuable supplies of fresh, clean water needed for daily consumption. Most of the pollutants which enter the water come from industry, sewage systems, and agriculture. These include chemicals and harmful wastes from animals and plants. Another devastating effect is brought about by air pollution, which turns fresh, clean air into smoggy, unpleasant smelling air. The result of air pollutants is the harm it has on human health. For example, the gases which are released into the atmosphere can cause such diseases as emphysema and cancer. So, This paragraph seems very simple and understandable, but if we have to remember this paragraph and its content for a long period of time, we need to understand its structure and components in a very systematic way. Now, let us understand the structure of a paragraph using this slide. So, the very first line in this paragraph is the topic sentence. I'll just read out. Environmental pollution is having a devastating effect on mankind. This is the topic sentence. In this topic sentence, we can identify the keyword, that is pollution. A very easy way to remember a keyword or identify a keyword is that we should see its repetition in the future sentences. See, we can see pollution has been repeated several times. You can see here I have underlined those keywords, that is water pollution, pollutants, these, air pollution, pollutants again. So whichever word is repeated most of the time in the paragraph, that will be considered as keyword. And the key phrase is environmental pollution, because the whole paragraph is speaking about environmental pollution. Then we have a controlling idea. Here the controlling idea is devastating effect on mankind. Environmental pollution can have a bad effect on various things like animals, plants and various other creatures, but in particularly in this paragraph they are speaking only about humankind or mankind. That's why, so the controlling idea is the environmental pollution's effect on mankind. So the whole paragraph should restrict itself to mankind and not any other creatures. So that will tell you the controlling idea of this paragraph. So here we have understood the topic sentence and the three components of topic sentence, that is keyword, key phrase and controlling idea. Now let us see the second point. In the second point we can see there is a transitional signal, that is firstly, and there is one more transitional signal in this paragraph, that is another. These give a break or the transition from the previous sentence. So firstly they are speaking about water pollution reduces valuable supplies of fresh clean water needed for daily consumption. This is the supporting sentence 1, that is the supporting sentence 1 is supporting the topic sentence, that is it is supporting by explaining water pollution's effect on human beings. Next, most of the pollutants which enter the water come from industry, sewage system and agriculture. So this sentence is further supporting and giving some additional information on the supporting sentence 1. That is why this is considered as developing sentence 1.1. Next sentence, these include chemicals and harmful wastes from animals and plants. So this is further giving support to supporting sentence 1. That's why it is called as developing sentence 1.2. Next, let us consider the third point. Another, I have already explained, it is a transitional signal, and we can see that in this particular sentence or supporting sentence they are speaking about air pollution. Devastating effect is brought about by air pollution which turns fresh clean air into smoggy unpleasant smelling air. This is the supporting sentence 2, that is here they are supporting the topic sentence by giving a supporting sentence on air pollution and its effect on mankind. The next sentence, the result of air pollutants is the harm it has on human health. This sentence is further adding on or developing on supporting sentence 2. Next we can see there is example. For example, the gases which are released into the atmosphere can cause such diseases as emphysema and cancer. So this is giving an example of how harmful this air pollution can be on human health. So this is developing sentence 2.2. So in this way we can analyze this paragraph in a very systematic and in a very structured way, and this in turn will help us understand a paragraph and remember a paragraph in a better way. Just if we remember the topic sentence and the key word, we will be able to recall this paragraph easily.
I hope everyone enjoyed this session. Thank you so much, guys, and happy learning to you all.